Hello, fairy finders and fairy seekers. Welcome to FaerieQuest and the Necrophonics session that was done after the reading for the week of April 5th through April 11th. What you're about to hear and see are the messages that were received during this very short session. I only usually do about a minute approximately, and the information that came from the etymology of going through the words that were given from the fairies through this session. If you would like to hear the entire session that these messages came from, that entire session is at the end of this video for you. Enjoy! One other thing that we are going to do is a Necrophonics session for this week's reading. It would be April 5th through April 11th, 2021. And we're going to ask the fairies if they have anything else to add to the reading that was just completed. So I'm going to start the app and put it up to the microphone so you can hear better. So here we go. So this first message was at the very beginning of the Necrophonics session, and it consisted of 5 words and either 5 or 6 people to bring this message together, and they were both woman and man voices. The first 2 words were together quite rapidly, then there was a bit of a space, and then between the last 3 words, there was a bit of space in between each one. So the message was, first dumb, I've felt sick.
First dumb.
As you're about to see, there is actually a lot of information that comes from just these 6 words. And I say 6 because we are changing I've to I have. So the message was, first dumb, I have felt sick. And the word first, at first, dumb means not responding through ignorance or incomprehension. I is you or your consciousness. You choose which you prefer. Have is have or has been subject to. Felt is a mental perception. Sick, which is spiritually and or morally corrupt. So the entire message is, at first, you were not responding through ignorance or incomprehension. You have been subject to a mental perception which is spiritually and or morally corrupt. Now, if you have not listened to the reading that this Necrophonic session was done from, you should probably go back and listen to that so that you understand the meaning of these messages. Sometimes the messages are odd enough that I will write them down and then go and take a look at the etymology of the words before I know for sure that they are a part of this message. This was one of those. This message consisted of 6 words and was done by either 3 or 4 different people. The words were also quite close together. The last portion, the last 3 words, were whispered by a woman. So the message is, follow that beef, you'll like it. We have another really amazing message from these 7 words. And I say 7 because we're doing the same thing as we did last time. We're taking you'll, as in you'll like it, and making you'll, you will. So that'll be 7 words. So what we have here is the message, follow that beef, you'll like it. So follow is comprehend, that is that, beef is a criminal charge, you, meaning you or people in general, will is determined by act of choice, like, with a corresponding body, it, exactly what is needed or desired. So the fairy message here is comprehend that criminal charge. You, people, determined by act of choice with a corresponding body, exactly what is needed or desired. Quite the message. So let's move forward and see what more there is. This message is a little odd. It consists of 6 words and was spoken by 4 different people. There's also some overlap in here, so you might have a hard time hearing it if you aren't using headphones like I do. So we're going to hear a man's voice say mock, and then we're going to hear the words destroy that. However, when destroy is being said by the man, a woman comes through and she says the word cock. She finishes her sentence after he is done saying that from destroy that. So her sentence is cock it. And then after that, a man's voice says end. So the whole message is mock, destroy that, end. Then cock it. Now this isn't like some of the previous messages that we've had because they don't seem like sentences per se. But sometimes when you have very similar words that mean kind of similar things, such as destroy and end, I take a look at that to see if perhaps they are a part of the message. In this case, yes, they were. So this message in full, I placed in the following order. Mock, destroy that, cock it. So the etymology for mock is make the mental perception or situation seem laughably unreal or impossible. Destroy, put an end to the existence of this criminal act or situation by damaging it. That, to that degree. Cock is fight, it, the situation and or circumstances, end, bring it, the situation, to a final point. So the fairy message is make the mental perception seem laughably unreal or impossible and put an end to the existence of this criminal act, the situation, by damaging it to that degree. Fight the situation and or circumstances and bring the situation to a final point. Okay, another very powerful message. So let's see what more there is. This next message is kind of a cool one. It consists of 7 words and was said by, I believe, 6 different voices. And in the very beginning, the first 2 words, you hear one voice start out normally, and then either another man's voice comes in and creates the word karma very powerfully, or the same man somehow manages to do the first word and karma together somehow. Anyway, you'll hear what I mean. So karma comes out very powerful. And then we have 2 words at the very end that overlap. We've got really with a man's voice, karma, another man's voice or the same voice, kind of overlapping a little, build in a man's voice. That word is a little muffled. You will need headphones for that. Atop in a woman's voice. This see, I believe, is the same woman's voice. And the word boat overlaps see. So they're said at the same time. So the message here is really karma, build atop this sea/boat. So the message here was really karma, build atop the sea/boat. So with etymology, really means in actual fact as opposed to what is said or imagined to be true or possible. Karma, the sum of your actions in this life and previous states of existence decide your fate in future existences. Build, exist and grow, establish and develop. Atop, be on top. The, of your, denoting one or more people already mentioned. See, transformation. Boat, rock the boat. So the fairy message here is, in actual fact, as opposed to what is said or imagined to be true or possible, the sum of your actions in this life and previous states of existence decides your fate in future existences. Exist and grow, establish and develop, be on top of your transformation, rock the boat. So it amazes me, every time we do a Necrophonics session, we learn something new. And in this case, this is the first time that we've been able to take all the messages that we've recognized in the Necrophonics session and put it into a singular message. So that's what I have on the screen right now. Now, if you remember, the original question was, do you have anything else to add to the reading? And this reading by the fairies was done April 5th through April 11th, 2021. The whole message response from the fairies was as follows. At first, you were not responding through ignorance or incomprehension. You have been subject to a mental perception which is spiritually and or morally corrupt. Comprehend that criminal charge. You, people, determine by act of choice with a corresponding body exactly what is needed or desired. Make the mental perception seem laughably unreal or impossible, and put an end to the existence of this criminal act by damaging it to that degree. Fight the situation and or circumstances and bring the situation to a final point. In actual fact, as opposed to what is said or imagined to be true or possible, the sum of your actions in this life and previous states of existence decides your fate in future existences. Exist and grow. Establish and develop. Be on top of your transformation. Rock the boat. So this is an incredible message, considering all of the readings that have been done since, I don't know, before November 2020. And with everything that has been going on, the topsy-turvy craziness of everything, sometimes we need a point of view that isn't ours. So here we go. This is the message that the fairies have to share. And as with the readings, take what you can use and disregard what you can't. So that's it for this Necrophonics session. The actual session is at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Bird.